No, but this is not something we make fun of. Poor little girls who are growing up orphans. No, nobody's seen the Porno Academy. No. Yeah, that's exactly what everybody says. That's the worst kind. All right, that joke completely flopped. Let's acknowledge this. I still will do this joke in the future because I think it's hilarious. But this crowd of anti-sexy movie people did not enjoy it. Let's pick up your next comic who hopefully will have better jokes for you guys. This next comic gave me a long description that I had to write. You know, it's quite elating. Our next comedian, actually, I've met her before. She's sweet, but she enjoys taking long walks at the 99-cent store. And she enjoys Felicity reruns and hummus. I'm not making this up. This is on here. You may have seen her at the Spot Cafe, guys. On a serious note, you've seen her at the Spot Cafe. She's tonight making her debut at the Warehouse. So, guys, make her feel welcome. The first time, huge welcome for Miss Deanna joining in, everybody.
You can just keep going with this. I can just dance. That's good, thank you. I don't want to sweat. My hair will frizz. Thank you guys for coming out, especially the three of you who are not related to me. Yay! I have so much family here tonight. I have family in the front, I have family in the sides, I got family in the back. I think I found my cousin cleaning the bathroom. And I'm pretty sure my uncle made your oysters. So, yeah, they're all here tonight to see me. So I got fancy for you guys. I'm wearing a dress. And I love dresses. I love dresses with pockets. Or as I like to call them, snack lockers. You always gotta be ready with some edamame. You just don't know. The food could have been nasty. Yeah, I love dresses with pockets. I love dresses, period. Love getting dressed up. Got dressed up for a baby shower a couple of weeks ago, and that was a lot of fun because I really like babies. I want kids someday. Do you guys have anybody have a baby? Oh, one person. Anybody else have babies? Wow, you guys put the work in crowd work. Like, have you ever seen a baby? Can you spell baby? Something babyish. Yeah, I love kids. I have a nephew. He's 3, he's a toddler, and if you ever want to see a toddler explode, just give him presents. Yeah, so I learned this the hard way at his birthday last month. So we give him a present. We give him these red tennis shoes, and he opens them up and he puts them on and he's like, oh, I got my cool shoes, I got my cool shoes, I got my cool shoes. Yeah. And they're like, Christian, open another one. So he puts on his baseball cap, he's like, got my cool shoes and my baseball cap, cool shoes and my baseball cap. So like, keep coming. Opens up, he gets a backpack, right? So now he's really like pimped out. He's like, got cool shoes, a baseball cap, a backpack. Cool shoes, baseball cap, a backpack. And now he's starting to get a little stressed, right? See like one drip of sweat coming down his forehead. We're like, open up the next one. So he opens it up and it's a ball. So he sticks it under his armpit and he's like, I got my cool shoes, my baseball cap, a backpack, and a ball. Cool shoes, baseball cap, a backpack, and a ball. And we're like, just one more. We got one more for you. So he opens it up and it's a book. So now he's like, got the book, he's got the ball, he's got the shoes, he's got the backpack. He's like, got the cool shoes, baseball cap, a backpack, cool shoes, baseball cap, backpack. Steam just flies out of his ears. It was like Vicky the Robot. You guys remember that show, Small Wonder? Yeah, see his chest open up and like circuits come out. Just blows up. Yeah, so I love kids, I love my nephew. I figured out that you should probably date to get to that point where you have kids, because I only know like one instance where the Immaculate Conception thing sort of worked out. But I've been on a break from dating. I've been going on dates with my dad. I like the dad dates. And it's pretty cool because my dad gets just as excited about the movies as my nephew does about presents. He gets really into it. It's like a 5D experience. So we go to see Skyfall, the new James Bond movie. And a little spoiler alert, Bond gets shot in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Yeah, he gets shot. falls off a bridge. So my dad sees this and he goes, "Oh no! That's my main man! Oh, they killed my main man!" And I'm like, it's the first 5 minutes, and the movie's called Bond. I suspect there's a chance he might make it. So he does the same thing when we travel too. He's a very dramatic kind of guy, and we're on a flight one time, and there's this little kid kicking the back of his seat. And you know, most people would go over to the kid's parents and just say, you know, "Excuse me, your child is kicking my seat. Could you tell him to roll it up?" My dad walks over to the kid and he goes, "Get back, or somebody's gonna die today." Now, when he says this, the kid was black. When he finished, the kid was Asian. The color drained from his face, his eyes squinted up, and he just died on the floor on Southwest Airlines. It was very unfortunate. Yeah, my dad dates. I'd like to get back to some regular dates, so I think that would be a lot of fun. And I was actually dating a lot earlier this year. It was a really busy spring for me. But that got a little frustrating, got a little tiring, because that was a really new experience, me going on all these dates, because I used to be over 300 pounds. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of dates at 300 pounds, and it's pretty much like wearing John Goodman as a coat for 365 days out of the year. That's what that's like, being 300 pounds. And I wrote a book about it. Some of you may have heard of it, 50 Shades of Grazing. And then I did a sequel, Eat, Pray, Eat. And then I started writing a movie about it, but I heard that title was already taken, The Hunger Games, apparently. And it wasn't a movie about my adventures at McDonald's, so that was kind of a bummer that was taken. But yeah, that was an interesting experience for me. And I swear, when I was bigger, I think people could hear my fat through the phone. Because I would be calling to order takeout, and I call the Thai place, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'd like to order some Thai noodles." And the lady was like, "Okay, and then?" Because she knows I'm fat, I'm gonna just keep ordering. So I'm like, "Well, I guess I could use some fried rice." She's like, "Okay, and then?" I'm like, "Some Thai iced tea? Okay, and then?" And then an hour later, I hear a knock at the door, and 50 bags of food show up, the lady's cat and the deed to her house. I'm like, how did this get so out of control? But yeah, I'm totally obsessed with food, dieting, weight, anything in that department. So I'm currently obsessed with a show on the BBC called Super Size versus Super Skinny. Anybody ever seen that show? Heard of it? Yeah. Oh, yay! Some premium cable subscribers. So the show called Super Size versus Super Skinny. What they do, they take two people, somebody morbidly obese and somebody super skinny, and they make them switch diets for a week. So the morbidly obese person eats very little, and the super skinny person, you know, consequently eats a lot. So it's always these two people like George and Janet. So the narrator comes on, and she tells us a little bit about these people. So she starts with George. First, we're going to meet George. George weighs 392 pounds, almost 30 stone. For breakfast, he has 18 sausages, 16 loaves of bread, a milk truck, and a toddler. Let's talk to George. And then George comes on. I like takeaway. I like Chinese takeaway because they give you them little cookies with advice inside. The last one I read said stop eating. So I threw that one away. Yeah. I don't like my Italian takeaway because they give you them vegetables. I don't like all them zucchini and onions and vegetables. I don't like that. So the narrator goes, then we're going to talk to Janet. Janet weighs 89 pounds. For breakfast, she has air. For lunch, she has a carrot. Let's check in with Janet. And you hear Janet, I like vegetables. Sometimes when I get hungry, I lick a potato. potato chip. And then I put it back in the bag and save it for later. So at the end of the week, you know, George has lost like 600 pounds, and Janet's gained maybe half a pound, and then George just eats Janet. That's how that always ends. But you know, we're not too shabby with the food consumption in America either. I used to date an Australian, and he was wowed by how much food we can eat. So they have KFC in Australia, but it doesn't come in the same portions as it does in America. So we go on these rants about, you know, KFC, and he's like, oh, I don't understand. What's to do with this 12-piece bucket? Why you guys need so much food? You're gonna carry it in a bucket. We got the 8-piece bucket, you know, because it's like 4 people, and each you got 2 pieces, and you just need a bucket. You don't need a bucket. It's not even real chicken. It's like super chicken. It's just torsos on a line they manufacture. They don't even have any legs. It's just like a chicken torso with 18 breasts. Then you chop them up and you put them in a bucket. So I had to get rid of him. But I did get back to dating lately. I was on the internet, met a guy on the internet. We went to Starbucks, of course. And I show up, and the guy, the first thing he says is, oh, I thought you were Asian. I said, I have a really crappy camera, but, oh no. So then he says, you know, okay, let's sit down and have a chat. And I said, well, do you think maybe we should get some coffee first, you know, because we're at Starbucks? And he says, oh, I don't believe in paying for food or drinks out, but if you come back to my apartment, I can make you a salad for free. So I said, well, I don't go out with guys who can't pay for coffee, but if you want to go back to your apartment, you can make yourself alone. So then on our next date, yeah, I had to go out with him again. You know, you gotta give everybody a chance. So on our next date, he offers me his nuts, and I just don't know what to say. And he pulls out from under his seat this big tub of Costco Kirkland Signature Fancy Mixed Nuts. So I picked out all the almonds, and I made him an Asian salad. And we're engaged! Just kidding. That's all my time. You guys have been awesome.
Deanna, everybody. Yeah. Assistant principal Cruz. It's awesome. Guys, come in also, by the way, so announced shows for next week. We have Nick Petrola headlining and Esther Stein.